woman gather close and lean. Street talk bubbling like a pot kept clean. Every trend we tackle, every gist we wear. Turning daily drama into words that stay. Laugh a little louder, flip the script with style. Spotlight on the culture, stay a while. Truth in the banter, pepper in the tone. Sharing all the stories what the streets have gone.
Oh yes, Sam, from the talk on the streets to the trends on the rise, we bring it to you. I welcome you to Let's Gist on Esteem Radio Vision. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. Don't forget that Esteem Radio Vision is located at Obokun Avenue in Ilesha, Osun State, Nigeria. And of course, you know what we do on the Let's Gist. We bring, interesting stories, trending stories, issues in our communities in Nigeria. Then we dissect it, we discuss it, we learn lessons from there. All right, on the Let's Gist this afternoon, I am Chidima Abel, but feel free to call me Chichi. And I also have with me
Oluwatoyosi, Solanke.
And I am Ohunayo, Ajiboye.
All right, I don't know why Ohunayo Ajiboye had to laugh. Maybe the laughing is part of his name. So whenever you want to, address him as Ohunayo, please try and laugh before. All right.
It's always as if you have it out for me. What happened? Can't I laugh?
Can't I laugh? Feel free to laugh.
I just love the fact that you always smile before introducing yourself. It shows how happy you are. So we want you to follow that trend.
I'm happy because my nose has perceived something good today.
Oh, I see. But I don't know. I just pray that whatever your nose has perceived, you should also get into your lips should test it.
Okay. I pray so.
All right, viewers on the Esteem Vision platform, we have come with an interesting story. Yes, looking at your screen, you will see this beautiful lady and a man by her side. All right, shortly the picture will be displayed on the screen. I believe right now you can see the picture displayed on your screen. This girl is actually asking a question. She is seeking for an advice. So, and you know we are here to gist. Yes, after gisting about what has happened, then we draw lessons from it, like we said earlier. Now, she said something. She said she is proud, very proud, to say she cancelled her wedding. Imagine this. This lady cancelled her wedding. Why did she cancel the wedding? She said, do you know what happened? My man took me to his family to introduce me to them. Everything was going smoothly until around night when I started hearing sounds. It was their father. He was beating their mother, tore the woman's clothes. The family has 5 children, 2 daughters and 3 boys. The 2 girls were married. Can you believe the 3 guys did nothing, including my man? That's the girl talking, not me. The girl said, including her man, that the man too was there. The man did not do anything. They act as if nothing was happening. I wanted to save the woman. But my man said I should not get involved in something that does not concern me. Sure? Does not concern me. Hey,
it's a normal routine.
I'm telling you. He said he started saying his mother is stubborn and overdo things. That was how I said, if he can watch his father do this to his mother and support him, that means the one I will experience in his hands will be Shege Banza Pro Max. That's the way she puts it. Even the mother slept outside and they saw it as nothing. I couldn't even imagine being married to such family. That was how I left this morning. I told him not to come or see my people again. I know do again. If you and me, what will you do? Will you continue the marriage or cancel it?
Oh, yeah.
My people, this is the story we have here. And it's actually a true life story. This girl is narrating her ordeal. I don't know whether to call it an ordeal or just an experience. Yes, in the hands of...
It's an experience. It's
okay,
an experience,
yes,
I
know.
Because she didn't go through the issue herself.
Exactly.
So
what about the trauma of actually experiencing it?
Yes, it's
what do you say to that?
Traumatic, actually.
That's why we said it's an experience.
Okay.
It's not an ordeal.
Very good. You see, he said it's an experience, and I was trying to either borrow the word experience or ordeal, but thank God he has come out to say it is experience. So let's just agree with that. It is an experience. So this girl narrated her experience. She was dating this guy, and then the guy wanted to, come and pay her bride price, do all the doings, and then she managed to visit him in their house, spent the night. and discovered that in the night something was happening. She was hearing this kind of strange noise. And then later she went to find out and discovered that her potential father-in-law
was
beating her potential mother-in-law. And to her surprise, though, you know, she was expecting her man to be
stand up for the
to
mother
stand up
now.
and say, Daddy, why are you beating my mother? What is going on here? But the guy kept quiet. And this is a family of 5 children, 2 girls, 3 boys. She said the girls were already married, now meaning the 3 guys, and they were around, but they did nothing about it. Instead, her own man even said, my mommy is stubborn. She overdo things. That's the way she put it. That she was shocked. What am I hearing? What is this? That means if you marry me, she was saying this one in her heart.
Same
so,
thing
you
now.
know, very wise. She did not open her mouth. Wow. That's wisdom. Oh. She just stood herself inside her mind. In the innermost of her heart, she said, if this man marry me, I will see Shege Banza Promas.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
she just jejely. She even said that night, after the father finished, the potential father-in-law finished beating the potential mother-in-law, that the woman was locked outside. She slept outside. And they still did nothing about it. After the beating this woman collected, she was still locked outside. And that was how this girl went back home, told the boy, don't come and see my people again. In fact, it's as though she was ready to be single for a long time in order to find a good man instead of ending up with that kind of a man.
Yes, so
My people, this is a story we have here. And she's asking this question, if you were her, what would you do? Do you think she cancelling that wedding was the right thing for her to do? Or she would have just, managed? Who knows? Maybe that guy is not like her father.
It's a lie.
Okay. Hey, I
It's
love
a
that.
lie.
All right.
For him to stay there and witness that kind of behavior from the father, and he couldn't stood up and stand up for the mother that, no, you shouldn't do this to my mother, you shouldn't let her even sleep outside. There's every probability that he's going to do more than that to the lady.
You say probability.
There's
probability. There's every tendency.
There's every assurance. I should use that word. There's 100% assurance that the girl just said Shege Bansa promise. If there's anything more than Shege Bansa promise, she will witness it in that marriage.
Okay, what do you have to say,
Oluwatoyosi?
Edo boy?
You guys know that while I am a man, I will not support wrongdoing.
I thought you wanted to support your gender, Adam.
Come on. Now, I'm not like you ladies that don't like taking accountability. I am accountability in the flesh.
You now.
Men take accountability and we take responsibility. If we see a man that is doing the wrong thing, we let him know he is wrong. That is what it means to be a man.
I beg to differ.
Being a man is not about beating your wife up. Now, the thing is, I like this lady. She did not allow herself to be blinded by love or be blinded by, those things that other ladies will be blinded by. Some people will say, maybe it's because of how he grew up. I can change him. I love the fact that the lady decided to run for her life. Because what she has seen is prime example. I know she used the word Shege Banza Pro Max. But Shege Banza is something that you can still survive. Her own story might be that she will not even live to survive the thing.
So.
She will not even live to tell the story again if she had gone ahead with the marriage. Because what do you mean? And this is for the man to have that kind of, sense of disdain for his mother and say, my mom is too stubborn. It means that they have been used to it since they have been small. Since they don't know any better. I'm talking about the fiancé to the lady in question and the other brothers that he has in the house. They don't know any better. Since they were young, they have been used to seeing their father batter their mother for no reason. Or even if there's a reason, listen, there's no reason justified enough for you as a man to lay your hands on your wife in such a way that your children now see it as normal. They even grow up to become men that can now marry women. And that is what they see as normal. You have created monsters in human flesh.
They already see it as a normal thing.
So what is wrong is wrong. I am applauding the fact that this lady decided to use her sense, the brain that God gave her. She applied it immediately and ran away. Okay. Because most of the times we will see other women that will, because of love and every other thing, decide to stay in such a circumstance. And then they will now come back to Facebook to be asking for help. Like they didn't see the red flag. This one is not even red flag. This one is blood flag. It's bloody flag. It's a bloody flag. It's not even red anymore. This is bloody flag. Like, I don't know any sign you need from heaven or God or Jesus that's more than this. So kudos to the young lady for running away.
Wow, fantastic. I'm really impressed seeing a man, commending what this lady did. Okay, now, but you know that not every, should I say, people have this belief, this notion that children raised under an abusive parent or atmosphere always grow up to become abusive themselves. Is this really true? Are we trying to say that there have not been any child raised in an abusive home who is different from the father?
Yes, there are cases whereby the child might be different.
Some girls will say this and say, for my potential for the in-law to be beating the mother, I need to break up with this my guy, even though she has not seen any traits in her guy. Exactly. Some might misunderstood, misinterpret it to mean that anybody raised under such atmosphere is bound to be abusive. Yeah. So let's look at it from this.
Chidima, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
This is the question I want to ask, and I want you to actually answer this honestly. If you went to the market and you bought any perishable foodstuff, let's say beans, and you know, the first cup of beans you cooked, you found weevils. The second, the third cup. Now there are like 2 cups remaining. The first 3 times you try to cook these beans, 3 cups of beans, you have found weevils. Automatically, what will you start assuming?
That the remaining cups has weevils in them too.
Now, there's a possibility that the remaining cups of beans will not have weevils. But because the experience has been terrible the first 3 times, you will generalize and say what? The remaining cups have weevils. It's the same analogy with this situation. Because now, let's assume that the young man did not grow up assuming that he should have confronted his father. I mean, this is a man that is educated, given the fact that a lady is considering marrying him. He didn't just grow up in that house. He has gone to school. He has been educated. He has been taught. He understands better that this is domestic abuse and he should be able to interfere. But did you hear what he said? He said the woman should mind what? Her own business. That his mother is stubborn.
Well, I disagree on that.
That is a clear sign. That is a clear sign that this one, it is a red flag already. He will do more than that.
So in summary, Edo boy, in summary, are you saying that we should?
I am saying that there are those that can grow up without imbibing that kind of attitude, but they are 1 out of 100 people. They are the exceptions to the rule. They are not the rule. The rule states that a child that grows up in an abusive home will end up being abusive themselves because they know no better. They have no better role model than that. That's all they've known all their lives, and that will be their go-to. Violence against their spouse will be their go-to once they are irritated or the woman dares to question their authority. I'm telling you for a fact, and statistics can back it up. Okay. I'm not saying there are no exceptions. There are exceptions, but the exceptions will not make the rule. There are few.
Okay. All right, Solanke.
All right. I would like to say that this has to do with individual beliefs and character. There are a lot of children out there that actually they are groomed or grew up in a domestic violence family like this, people that actually grew up there. I know a number of them that they don't actually exhibit these characters. There are a lot of them that actually, they are the ones that actually stood up for their mother, that, Daddy, why will you be beating mom? And at the end of the day, they will be the one to report the case to law enforcement agencies, whereby the man will later be put to book, or will be given a note to write, like on the statement whereby you have to write a note that henceforth it will no longer be beating the mother. I know of some cases whereby it's the children that actually rescued their mother from the father's beating. Yes. So it can be, though you didn't generalize it, but I still know a handful of them, a number of them that actually grew up in a domestic violence home and they turn out to be good, responsible men. Yes. Though they are few, but I know a number. It has to do with individual belief.
That's what I'm saying.
You seeing your father maltreating your mother does not give you an 100% assurance or 100% guarantee that you should also do that.
But
so if you should believe that you should be a gentleman.
The actions of the man in this case is already a clear sign that he is in support of
what
his father
in this case, yes. In this case, the man is, the guy in question is also very wicked person. He's taking over his father, because if you to be a gentleman, he can actually stand up and separate them and then maybe get an hotel for the mother, or even to iron out the issue, and that will be the end of the discussion or the end of the quarrel. But him taking side with the father and mentioning that statement that his own mother is very stubborn. That means he's also a clear sign. It's a clear sign.
All right, you know what thing they say? They say sin is believing. this girl, I don't know if there's any other. She doesn't even need a prophet. Let's just be sincere with ourselves.
Yeah, I see it as a divine. The Lord ordained a step to that house to actually see a clear sign.
They said seeing is believing, so she doesn't need a prophet to tell her that, young lady, you need to run for your life. Because just like you said, Edo boy, you said this is a blood. How did you put it?
Bloody flag,
bloody flag,
not just
a red flag.
And that is why they always advise that when you are in a relationship, once in a while, try to visit the home of your potential partner. You should just try to visit, because there might be something that will send a signal to you that this place will be convenient for you, or it will not be convenient for you. It may really tell whether you are to move on with that relationship or to withdraw. Look at, imagine if this girl had not gone to the house to visit the parents. She wouldn't have known, because I'm sure that they have been in this relationship for a very long time.
For them
the
to start
to be considering to even come and pay her bride price. But then she never saw this coming at all. If she was told that, your father-in-law, your potential father-in-law beats the wife, she wouldn't have known. But she saw it herself. In fact, if she was told the story, she wouldn't have, imagined this the way she felt it when she saw it live. It's happened live in her presence. And then, another thing was the reaction of her own boyfriend. Had it been she was not even there, maybe she was told that something like this happened, she would have assumed that if my boy was there, if my guy was there, he would have defended the mother. He would have, no, but the reaction was able to, tell her that there is fire on the mountain. And she did what? She ran. So this calls for in young ladies that are in a relationship now. You need to open your eyes. That's what they say. While you're in a relationship, you should love with not just your mind. You should love with your head, love with your brain. You should be able to, add one or two. You should be able to cross your T's, dot your I's, and know which way to go. If it means withdrawing, they say a broken relationship is actually better than a broken marriage. But I know that some people may not agree with this. So on this note, we want to move to the very next story we have here. Oh, Edo boy, you want to say something?
No.
All right. Okay, we have another story here about a young lady. This one is an ordeal, not just experience. Okay, please, you will see the screen, the picture of the lady on the screen displayed. All right, this lady narrated her experience, a very sad one. When I was reading it, I felt like, oh my God. I think a lot of ladies out there need to hear her story so that you can
She didn't love with her brain, actually.
Yes. That's why we are talking about loving with your brain, loving with your head, not just your heart. Now, listen to her story. She said, if you ever feel stupid, sorry to use that word, but that is the way she put it. So we are just dishing it out to you the way it is so that it won't look like we subtracted or added something. Now, she said, if you ever feel stupid, just know that I met a man on Tinder who introduced himself as a single dad. On our first date, I borrowed him 500,000 naira.
I'm sorry, you said how much?
500,000 naira.
First date, like
the
first
meeting each
meeting,
other.
Yes.
Hey,
the very
Jesus.
first day.
Meeting,
this lady said she borrowed him 500,000 naira because he was into building and construction and needed money to kickstart a project. You can imagine this. If you ever felt stupid, again, she said, just know that I also bought him a Samsung phone because I felt that as a businessman, he needed to look presentable. I thought if his mates were bringing out nice gadgets, he should be able to do the same. So I bought him the phone. If you ever feel stupid, here's the third one though, just know that I revamped my personal Instagram page, which had about 5,000 followers for him. When I asked him to send pictures of the previous and current jobs, he sent me Google images. I even sold my iPhone 15 Pro Max to pay back the loan I borrowed because of him.
Sweet love, oh God.
If you ever feel stupid, how many times? I think this is the fourth one.
Yes,
if you ever feel stupid, just know that there is a girl called Bukola who gave a man all her life savings of 40 million naira in less than 6 months of knowing the man. I went from having
money. This is not diabolical. Is this ordinary?
I think we'll get into it. I went
from having money to -0, barely surviving to the point where I became homeless. Wow. If you ever feel stupid, this is the 5th one. Just know that I trusted a 46-year-old man from Ondo State. If you ever feel stupid, just know that this man and his wife played me. His wife always played the role of a younger sister in her and her husband's scamming game. A Nigerian lady has shared a chilling story of how she lost her entire life savings to a man she met on Tinder, sparking widespread reactions online. Please, my people, how do you see this kind of a thing? You know, when I was reading it out, at some point I felt like, oh my God, this can't be real. This can't be a true life story of someone. And you also said something, this must be juju.
Yes, so juju.
Because that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yes,
but how do you see this kind of a thing? Do people actually love to this extent?
She's only desperate.
Is it possible to love someone? Oh, desperation.
Yeah, desperation is at work right now. Because how will you give someone 50 million naira? The first meeting they had,
500,000
500,000 first. You gave the man your Instagram page of 5,000. Your iPhone 15 Pro Max, right? He gave.
She sold it to pay his debt. To upset his debt.
The question is, we should actually test this lady's brain. Is she alright upstairs? Is she okay? If it's ordinary, like.
That's a good question.
Yes, is she okay upstairs?
I'm thinking, can love actually make somebody go this far?
That's why I said
the funniest thing is, look at it. She just met this man. It's not like they have been in a relationship for a very long time.
Or they are married.
I would have said she must have invested emotionally into that relationship. But this is just a man she met recently.
We cannot say that. You know, she started the story from when they first met. We didn't know when they started talking. And this is the thing, there are sweet-tongued people in this world. There are people with sweet tongues. Like they can talk you into doing whatever you do. You don't even know what you're doing. Yeah, there's the aspect that this is Nigeria and we believe in the diabolical, but not everything is diabolical. Sometimes it's just psychology. Well, have we looked at the fact that the woman that is talking, she herself might have been mentally unstable?
That's it. I bring this
She may be mentally unstable, that she may be obsessed.
Obsession.
And our obsession can take the place of maybe a romantic partner once anyone shows interest in her.
That's all.
That's one part of the mental situation. The other mental illness is she may have been she may have gotten used to being rejected by so many people she liked, that the first time a man will show interest in her, she's willing to sacrifice everything and anything for that man. Those are the things I believe that we should put into consideration. One, the mental state of the woman herself, and then the fact that this guy could be a smooth criminal. This may not be his first rodeo. He may have perfected this over a long range of female victims that he has deceived and collected money and assets from. Due to maybe he's handsome, he's well-spoken, he's smooth-spoken, he has a sweet tongue. He knows how to deceive, he knows how to speak in such a manner that these women will have no choice but to fall in love. They will not just fall in love, they will give him everything they have just to hear him react positively to them. So those are the things I want us to consider.
So what then can we do as for, you know, for these ladies? Because we know a lot of them are on social media searching for a life partner, and then they are being deceived oftentimes like this.
A woman should be able to answer that question better. Solanke.
But you are the man.
Thank you. You will still answer now. I did like to start by saying, firstly, do not be too obsessed or do not be too desperate to go into any relationship with any man. First thought, at least there should be a stage whereby you start being friends. Friendship goes a long way. Start being friends with this person before you can now start, okay, and the guy we take the relationship to another stage, let's start dating. While dating, you can't tell me that you won't go to the person's house, or you won't know one or two family members related to these people, or you won't even give him a surprise visit one of these days in his working place, whereby you know that he's actually working somewhere. I'm not saying it's a bad thing for you to actually contribute financially or help your spouse in one way or the other, but do not be, how can I say it? We ladies should not be too dumb. It actually happens to men too, whereby ladies duped some men actually. We shouldn't be too dumb while doing this. Why will you invest so much in a guy you met online, a dating site for that matter? So I see it as actually that's why I said that our brain needs to be checked. Firstly, secondly, she's obsessed, just like how what the one you have said. Desperation is what I see here, because a guy you met barely 6 months, even a guy I'm dating 2 years, safe. My money never enter 100K on top in yet. On top of millions of naira.
It never enter 100K.
Yes,
okay,
so.
there's another thing we really need to look at when you talk about desperation. Now,
Indeed.
why would a guy be asking you money? I'm not saying it is wrong, just like she said. It is not wrong for you to help financially when you're in a relationship. It shouldn't always be the man that should help a woman. Sometimes a woman can also help a man. But when you find yourself with that one partner who is always making demands, whether you are the man or woman in that relationship, this partner is always asking you for money, for help. I mean, why? You should know that there's problem somewhere.
Yes.
For a man to be asking you, okay, please, I need this money. Can you please sell your phone? You know, some of them will make it look like you are stingy, you are self-centered, you are selfish because you don't want to help. And because of that, you see yourself in a tight corner, always making sacrifices that you cannot get in return. You should know that there's a problem somewhere.
Yes, now.
Whether you met the person online or offline, whenever you are in a relationship and that partner is always in need of help, why should you always be in need of help? At times, you too should be able to help. But when you have sacrificed the first one, you sacrifice the second one, sacrifice the third one,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
always him or her that is always having problem that requires sacrifice, that requires you, selling your properties.
Yes, now it's her vulnerability that actually
Yes.
allowed that. She seems very vulnerable to the guy.
And I'm very sure that this man must have seen this weak point in you. He must have seen this desperation in you. He must have seen this obsession in you. That is why he keeps coming with demands. Not
Indeed.
even to fund the relationship, but he's always coming to take. So when you're in a relationship where somebody is always collecting from you, he is not depositing, he's always withdrawing, you should know there is a problem somewhere, whether you met him online or offline. That is why we need to use our brain. Sometimes this relationship can come like, job offers online. All these job offers, they sound so good to be true. So that's how some of this relationship always play out to be. When you see all those signs, you should know that as a woman, my dear, you should run for your life. And as a man, you should also do what? Run for your life.
I like that you also put as a man, because there are a lot of ladies that have been running this scam since time immemorial. It's not the first time a man
Transport
will also
fare, right?
run it, but ladies have run this scam to the ground. In fact, I'm surprised that a woman is the one falling victim. Like, it's shocking, but at the same time not shocking, because when it comes to love, human beings, we have a lot to do. But this is what I'm going to say, especially to both women and men. See, love goes both ways. When you have a partner that keeps demanding you sacrifice, but he has never shown any sign of sacrificing anything for you, and you yourself, you are able to see that you have been the one giving and giving and giving, and your partner, whether male or female, keeps receiving and receiving and receiving without anything, my brother, nobody, my sister, nobody needs to tell you. It's about time to sit down and ask some hard questions. And when you get the answers to these hard questions, the answers will tell you what to do.
That's a very, very good one. The answers will tell you what to do. So that means when you're in a relationship, try to always call yourself to a meeting. Have meeting with yourself. It is not until you gather a whole village. Like, try to ask yourself certain questions. Why are things going this way? Why are things happening this way? Is it supposed to be like this? Try to ask yourself. Don't just, be that lady or that man that wants to do things the way it is done. I don't just know how to even put it. Or maybe your partner is the only one, is your professor. Is the only one telling you this is how things supposed to be done. Like I said, some people will make you feel guilty that you are not doing these things, and you want to please them. You want to do it. You understand? You don't want to annoy them. So you want to do it to make sure that, I'm doing well. I'm doing well in this relationship. So just like he said, try to, expand your horizon, get knowledge, get yourself informed. It's very, very important. Okay, a quick one, Ms. Solanke, is there anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Well, I did like to tell our ladies, our guys out there, that we shouldn't have a low self-esteem, because I remember another thing about this lady, just like what Ohunayo said, that the lady might have been experiencing bad relationship from past. Then seeing this word that gives her attention and all, she might think that, oh, I've finally seen Mr. Right, so to say. So even if we want to fall in love, let's fall in love with our brain. And never you think maybe nobody can love you for who you are. There is every man for every woman. And there's certainly every woman for every man.
Thank you very
So
much.
let's not run into any relationship because of
I
desperation.
love that. You said something. Because he gives you attention does not mean he loves you. So which
Yes.
means attention, both on the part of the woman and on the part of the man, attention does not always translate to compatibility.
That's just
Somebody
it.
can give you attention to get something from you.
That's
At the end
it.
of the day, when he or she gets what he or she wants, the person will do what? Leave. That shows that you were never meant to be or compatible in the first place. So don't always mistake attention for compatibility.
Yes.
All right, at this point, we wrap it up on the Let's Jace program. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. I want to say a very big thank you to you, our followers, for your loyalty to Esteem Radio Vision. And also to our CEO in the person of Dickie Michael Adeboye Shaolu, the founder of Eniak Bonley Foundation and Esteem Radio Vision. Thank you so much, sir. And to our producer in the person of Ayomiko. Thank you. Until we come your way again, I still remain Chidima Eba. And
Oluwatoyosi Solanke.
I'm always going to be Ohunayo Ajiboye.
all right, thank you so much. And don't forget, for sponsorship, advert placement, you can always contact us on 0916-634-9956. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Esteem Radio Vision and on YouTube at Esteem Studio. Bye for now.
Turning daily drama into words that stay. Laugh a little louder, flip the script with style. Spotlight on the culture, stay a while. Truth in the banter, pepper in the tone. Sharing all the stories where the streets have gone. Let's just understand where the vision come inside the flow.